Welcome to the Giti Tire Manufacturing Plant, located in Chester, South Carolina. Giti Tire has a total of 8 manufacturing plants around the globe, located in China, Indonesia, and the U.S. This 1.7 million square foot facility is GT's first U.S.-based plant, nestled on a 1,500-acre site. You are about to see an advanced, state-of-the-art manufacturing facility, now producing American-engineered and American-made tires. Let's begin our tour inside the research and development offices, where industrial engineers create 3D tire designs. This is where the tire manufacturing process begins. GT's research and development approach is multidisciplinary and considers all aspects of the tire, including tread and sidewall design, rubber compounding, and structural reinforcements. Development engineers use state-of-the-art 3D computer design and analytical tools to optimize tire design and performance. We're now entering the R&D laboratory, where material engineers and scientists develop the required rubber compounds and reinforcements. Testing sample tires is part of the R&D process to ensure they meet the proper physical specifications and regulatory requirements, such as high speed and durability. All aspects of the design are undertaken with manufacturability in mind to ensure the tire can be manufactured easily and consistently. Once all testing is passed, the tire is released to the plant for mass production. We're now going to tour the receiving area. Numerous types of raw materials, such as natural and synthetic rubbers, steel, fabric, and various chemicals are needed in order to manufacture a tire. All these raw materials arrive at the receiving area of the plant. Each material is assigned a unique ID barcode and then checked to make sure they meet GT's high-quality standards. Once their quality has been approved, they are moved into an ASRS, or Automatic Storage and Retrieval System. This operates on a first expiry, first out basis. Many of the manufacturing rooms you'll see have their own ASRS system. The plant's state-of-the-art manufacturing execution system tracks and documents these raw materials at every stage of production until they're finished goods, with the aid of RFID-equipped carriers and barcode printers and scanners. We're now outside the plant. If you look above, you'll see a track where raw materials are transferred to the 3rd floor. These materials will work their way down to the 1st floor as they undergo several mixing processes. Mixing is the first step of production. Different parts of a tire require specific materials. The correct combination of materials are weighed and put into separate buckets before being mixed. Each material has its own ID barcode. You're now traveling down from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor, where the mixing process begins. This is where natural and synthetic rubbers are mixed with carbon black chemicals and oils to give them the right properties for different components in the tire. This mixing process requires high temperatures. Here you can see the raw materials have been mixed and are coming out in a flat sheet. The rubber sheets need to be cooled down after being mixed at a high temperature. To your right, you can see the sheets hanging on a conveyor. Multiple fans blow air onto the sheets along the way. Every batch of mixed rubber is tested by the on-site lab for quality assurance and only moves to the next phase of the manufacturing process once it passes GT's quality check. The mixed rubber sheets are then put on pallets to be transferred to the next manufacturing process. Calendaring is the process of coating steel cords of fabric with a layer of mixed rubber. The material is used as reinforcement in various tire components. To your right, fabric is being unrolled through the calendaring system. Up ahead, it will be mixed with rubber material. Let's jump down to the room below to see the steel cords being unraveled. To your left, there are hundreds of steel cords being unraveled and straightened into a flat sheet. Let's see how these materials are then mixed with the rubber. These are the finished rubber sheets we saw from the mixing process. These sheets are again warmed to high temperatures so they can be easily applied to the fabric and steel sheets. If you look straight ahead, you can see the orange fabric being coated with a layer of mixed rubber. Once the calendared fabric has finished being coated with rubber, it is then rolled onto a cassette for easy transportation and stored in this on-site ASRS. We are now in the cutting room of the manufacturing plant, where the calendared rolls we saw in the previous room are cut in various ways, depending on the final product. You can see one of the calendared fabric rolls being prepped for cutting. Let's jump ahead to see this process in action. The automated machinery is cutting and seaming together the rubber. The various cut components are rolled onto cassettes and stored in the cutting room's ASRS. Let's skip ahead to see someone using the ASRS. You can see someone retrieving a component to be used in the next manufacturing process, which is called component preparation. This next process uses several machines to produce different parts of the tire. The component prep area has several machines that produce different parts of the tire. Rubber compound sheets from mixing are brought to various machines in this section of the plant. Let's start with the bead and apex machines. The bead machine winders cover the steel with rubber and then wind them around formers to create a bead. Apex machines use the bead and more rubber compound to form the apex. This process assures the tire has an airtight fit to the wheel. Other parts produced in the component prep area are the sidewall, tread, and inner lining of the tire. To your right, you can see rubber compounds from mixing go through an extruder to create the sidewall components. Many quality inspection devices, such as cameras, profilometers, and temperature sensors, are used to monitor the material and its quality. Qualified components are then put onto automatic wind-up cassettes for later production use and stored in this area's ASRS until needed. In the next room, you'll see how all of these different tire components are put together to build a tire. All tire parts that were built in the component prep area are now combined in the tire building section of the plant. Let's take a closer look at the tire building machines. Tire building machines are highly automated and fully build the green tire on a single machine. All components are automatically fed from their cassettes and rolled onto the tire building drum and stitched together. Here you can see the inner liner, sidewall, apex and bead, and finally, the tire tread component being assembled together. They are then loaded on a conveyor system above the tire building machines that transport them to the curing room. Curing is the next manufacturing process where the green tire will be manufactured to its final form. This is the curing room, where tires are baked in presses. To your left and right, you'll see many curing presses at work. Above the presses is a monorail trolley system that brings lubricated green tires to the curing presses. The curing process takes a tire mold created from the R&D design team and bakes the tread and shape onto a green tire. You can see a press opening with a fresh pair of cured tires inside. The tires are then released through the back of the curing press to rest until they cool down. As one tire cools, the next green tire is placed inside the press to begin the curing process. The cured tires are then placed onto another conveyor that takes them directly to final inspection. The first step in final inspection is trimming the hairs off the tread of the tire. It then goes to a visual inspection station. The tire manufacturing process is highly automated. However, there are certain details only humans can inspect to ensure quality standards are met. Here, a visual inspection expert is checking the outside and inside areas of the tire for any imperfections. When a tire passes visual inspection, they then go to an X-ray machine as part of quality assurance. This is the uniformity machine, where tires are automatically checked for their physical characteristics. Once tires pass all of the final inspection requirements, they are taken to an automatic gantry that stacks the tires for palletization. You can see the automatic gantry through the fence on your left. This massive machine moves quickly and efficiently, stacking tires for easy storage in the warehouse. We are now at the final stage of manufacturing, GT's Tire Warehouse. This massive storage room is where all final tires are placed until needed for shipping. It can hold up to 400,000 tires at one time. Here you can see a traversable extending conveyor system that automatically scans the bead barcode on each tire during the loading process for quality control and traceability. Thank you for joining the GT Tire Manufacturing Tour. The GT manufacturing plant was built to serve the North American market. We are proud to supply North American drivers with American-engineered and American-made tires. As you can see, GT Tire is ready to meet the demands and challenges of the future.